everybody, my name is Brittany. I'm so glad that you are here. It's been a while. It's been a minute since I've made a video for YouTube. I had several things going on and YouTube just kind of got pushed to the wayside, which I hated. I've loved making videos. It's been a very relaxing experience for me. I'm really glad to be back today, and I'm really glad to be starting a new journey with you. Some of y'all might have already seen, did lose my original island that I had been working on, my Kikor island, which is really sad and I really hate it, but it's just one of those things that you just can't help, and it did cause me for a little while to just lose interest in the game. I've not played Animal Crossing in quite a while to actually play it. I've picked it up a couple of times, but have just never really gotten super back into it. But I'm ready today to start a new journey with you all and just kind of see where it takes us. I'm ready to start a new island. It might be kind of a slow and leisurely playthrough, but I'm ready to document that. I'm ready for my entire building process to be put out there for you all to see, because I know that some of you all are interested in seeing kind of my thought process from the very beginning of an island. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. So I did put up just a little bit of a poll earlier in the week asking what theme that you all would like to see me build, and I saw a lot of people voting. The majority of people voted for Fairy Core, and so I think that we're going to lean towards Fairy Core for this island, which is exciting because I've always wanted to do Fairy Core. I've just never had the chance to do that, and so I'm really happy with that decision. Now, one of the other themes that I put several themes up on my little poll, and one of the other themes that I really enjoyed, because I've actually worked on an island that is this theme before, is Forest Core. And so I'm thinking that we might lean into like a Fairy Core forest type feel, because I feel like that would be fun and kind of easy to do. I really do like those more natural type builds. That might be a good avenue for us to take, is building a Fairy Core forest. I've never done that before. I've never used some of the Fairy Core items, but I'm really excited to try those out and just see kind of what I can come up with. I'm not going to guarantee you that I'm the very best at Fairy Core because I've never tried it. Again, this is going to be a learning process for me, but I'm just really excited to be able to jump in there, because there's a lot of items in the game that are really cute that I've never gotten to use before, like a lot of the Celeste items and things of that nature. And I really want to see, if I can build an island that's worthy of being called a Fairy Core island. So now we're going to look at the maps, and I'm not very super particular on a map layout. I'm pretty sure that this is the exact layout of my very first island that I ever had in Animal Crossing when it first came out in 2020. But my thing is, I just kind of want my resident services to not be super close to the airport. I'm ready for something that's kind of a little different, a little bit of a change in that nature. That way I have a little bit more room, a little bit more wiggle room. So let's check out this island and just kind of see. And if I don't like it, I'll just restart until I find an island that just really speaks to me. But again, if I'm going to be building a Fairy Core forest, I do want, a little bit of room between my resident services so that everything doesn't feel cramped, and so that you don't see that building right off the bat, because I'd really like for the entrance to be very natural and Fairy Core feel. So yeah, let's see how this island looks. Alright, so we have oranges as our native fruit. Probably won't be keeping those whenever I build the actual island if we decide to keep this island. If I use any fruit at all, I'm probably gonna lean into peaches, because of course with my Fairy Core I kind of want to lean into the pinks. I'm not really big on either of these starters. I don't really have anything bad to say about them in particular. They're just not my favorites. But again, I don't really care who my starting villagers are. The airport being orange is kind of off-putting. I'd like a blue airport, I think. And resident services is kind of close to the airport, so I'm thinking this is gonna be a reroll, but I am curious to see what the native flower is, so I always go and look. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a reroll, guys. Alright, so reroll number 2. Let's see what island that we roll this time. So this map right here seems like the resident services is pretty far back from the airport, and I don't think I've ever had an airport that's that's that far to the right before. Everything else, I mean, they seem fine. This one, and it's really between these two. Just by eyeballing them, they're both, you know, completely off center. I'm not worried about having a centered or resident services to the airport or whatever. And this one has a longer dock than the one on top. You know, the very first one on the top was the one that kind of spoke to me, so let's just kind of see where it takes us. Alright, so here is that island. We got peaches, which is a fruit that I would actually consider keeping some fruit trees on the island if, you know, this island is the one that we decide to go with. I'm really excited to see what color airport we've got. Fingers crossed that it's blue. Ah, it's orange again. I hate the orange airport. I absolutely hate orange. Let's just kind of check out though and look at the way that resident services is. Oh, it's kind of cool though that it's kind of off center because we would have this big huge area to do some kind of elaborate entrance that kind of veers off to the side to resident services. But I don't know, that orange airport is really throwing me. I hate the orange airport and it just, I'm the type of person, I want my airport to kind of match my theme. And, you know, I would take green, I'd take yellow, I prefer blue, but orange is just, it's not for me. So I think we're going to reroll again. Here's our next set of maps. If I'm looking, there's not really one that super stands out to me except for maybe this one. So let's take a look at it. And the Heart Pond, of course, kind of speaks to me too. Resident Services doesn't seem like it's super close up on the airport. So let's just kind of check it out and see what we've got here. Alright, so here we are. I've got pears. I don't have anything wrong or anything against pears. What is this? Why do I keep getting these at orange airports? Someone tell this game to stop. At this rate, we're never gonna have an island. I just need to turn this video off and just say, sorry guys, I'm done. I did like the distance between resident services and the airport. It looked nice. But again, that orange airport, I cannot with an orange airport. Out of every single airport in this entire game, it wants to generate 3 orange airports back to back for me. It's because I spoke it into existence. I complained and said, I hate the orange airport, and it hurt me, and now it's coming for me. But again, I have to. What in the world is this resident services situation? It's literally right on the coast. I've never seen that island layout before. That's crazy. What would you even do? How would you even decorate that? Oh my gosh. Anyways, that was the first one that just jumped out at me. I was like, what the heck is that? Looking at these islands, I think they're all gonna be a little too close to the airport. Maybe this one might work. So let's go check it out and see. I promise you, if I see another orange airport, I'm turning this game off and I'm done. I'm done. This game. Y'all might be getting a different video besides an Animal Crossing video. Here we are. We've got pears again. Please, please, for the love of all that is good. No orange airport. No orange airport. Say it with me. Repeat it. No orange airport. Ah, thank goodness it's a blue airport. I was going crazy. Alright, so we have the airport color that I really wanted. I really did want a blue airport. I have Pashmina, which I really, really like Pashmina. So fingers crossed that the rest of this island checks out. I mean, the situation with our resident services and its location is not the best, but I really feel like I could maybe block off resident services so that you can't really see it from the entrance. You could do some kind of terraforming, something that being off-centered for sure. I feel like I could take care of that. So let's just check out the rest of the island and just see. I have mums. Okay. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but your flower that you're gonna have, your native flower, is tied to your birth month. Mine is January, so I can either have mums, pansies, or windflowers. I hate windflowers and I hate pansies. So my deciding factor a lot of times on islands, which I know is crazy because you can get any flower in the game that you want, is if it has mums or not. So we have mums. So I feel like the game is telling me that, hey Brittany, this is the one. So let's go ahead, let's get started. So we have Pashmina, we have Hamlet. I'm not big on Hamlet, but that's okay. And then of course there's me. And I'm so excited, guys. I'm so ready to start a new adventure and just really get down to decorating and just seeing how this island develops over time. It's been a while since I've felt like ready to build again in Animal Crossing since I lost my last island. So this is a good experience and I'm really glad, really happy to be documenting it for you all. So first things first, we're going to have to plot our houses, and of course I'm going to do the typical move and I'm going to put everybody on the beach. It's just easier once you, oh, well, I gotta get my tent first. Duh. It's just easier though once you start actually building things if you don't have to move houses out of the way or anything of that nature. So let's see here. All right, we've got this nice little plot here on the corner. So let's go take care of the other villagers. And there's villager number 1. There's Hamlet. And then villager number 2, Pashmina. All right, and now it's time for me to slave away for Tom Nook. Starting early in our journey. So I'm gonna go find... Why do I keep doing this? It's because I've played this so long and so many times that I'm just like, I don't need to talk to you. Don't tell me what I need to do. I already know. I'm getting you 10 tree branches and pieces of fruit. And because I'm lazy and don't want to run around the entire island, I'm just gonna sit and shake this tree until it gives me the tree branches that I need, because who has time to run around? Alright, 10 tree branches to Mr. Nook. And then, of course, something to snack on, which I went ahead and picked up all the pears that we need. So, way ahead of you, Tom. Here you go. Then here goes Tom Nook lighting our fire. That fire took off very quickly. And so now we're going to discuss what we should name the island. What should we call it, he says. So I have decided to name the island Nova, considering we're going to be using a lot of Nova lights, and I feel like it just really captures the essence of our fairy core island. So let's go with Nova. Let's see what everyone else comes up with, because we all know that my name will be 10 times better. Guitar Burrow and Buffberg. Yeah, not going with any of those. Thank you though. So let's go ahead, let's skip through to where we can actually do a little bit of playing. I'm excited to see kind of how the island runs and different things of that nature. Alright, so our first little bit on Nova is coming to an end. So let's go ahead and let's go to sleep. This first little bit, whenever you first start a new island, is so tedious, especially when you've played it several times like I have. I know there are a lot of people who have it, and of course whenever I first started, it was very, very helpful, but like, I just wish there was like, let's zoom past this now, because I've seen it 100 times. So we got our bill. I think I'm going to focus today on getting our first loan paid off. So I'll need 5,000 Nook miles, and I think I can get those like super quick. Then we'll get our house and call it a day. So let's see what we can do. I know there are a couple of really, really easy tasks that can get us some Nook miles. So let's just see how quickly that we can get these, sorted out. So here we are in our Nook miles. We get our first one for just existing, 500 for that, which is great. And then I'm gonna edit my passport. That's a really easy one. So I'll just change my title to Deserted Island Camper. Sounds great. There's another set. So now we're up to 800. And then I'll go into the custom design portal. And the very first thing that I always do is I make a custom design that is just a transparent design. It just makes my life a little bit easier. So we'll take care of that really quickly. Alright, so we got a transparent tile, which will give us some Nook miles as well. Alright, let's gather up some sticks and different things, and then let's head in to talk to Tom Nook and do his little DIY workshop so that we can get a fishing pole and a net, and we can start catching some different things and working on getting our museum. Alright, another quick easy way that I can get some Nook miles is to write a little note on our bulletin board. So I'm just gonna say hi and call it a day and be done with that, and then get some more Nook miles. And then of course taking a picture will get you a few Nook miles as well. And then talking to both of your villagers, easy way to get a couple of Nook miles. And then another easy one is this DIY tools one. I can make 3 more tools really super quick, and that will get me some Nook miles as well. Alright, 3 more tools gets me some more Nook miles. I'm already halfway to what I need, so we're going to work on this angling for perfections, and you've got bugs. So yeah, those should be easy to knock out as well. So we'll work on those. Selling 20 fruit, easy peasy. And then selling 10 seashells, if I can find them, should be easy as well. And what I typically do as I catch bugs or fish or anything like that, I just tend to drop them on the ground or place them as items, and that way I can also get the outdoor decorator set of Nook Miles for placing 10 items, because your bugs and your fish and different things also count towards that. So now I'm gonna go sell these fruit. And again, even though I plan on giving Tom Nook those fish and bugs and things, it is a lot easier if I place them first and get that outdoor decorator set of Nook Miles, and then I could just pick them back up and then take them to him. Saves me a lot of time in the long run. So there's 20 pieces of fruit. And then I also got seller of unwanted stuff for selling my very first item, and we're already up to 3,000. It's only been a few minutes. So now I'm going to work on catching some fish and some bugs and things, which shouldn't take too awful long either. Alright, and there's our bug Nook Mile. And then also we got a trashed tool Nook Mile ticket, or not Nook Mile ticket, but Nook Miles rather. So we're well on our way. So now let's see here. We're going to place some down so that we can get our decorator, our exterior decorator one as well. So there's our exterior decorator set of Nook Miles. And we're getting so close. Now we've only got to get 1,000 more. Oh, we actually got 2 sets of Nook Miles, so that's even better. 700. Alright, and there's 10 fish. And so now we just need 400 more miles. Alright, and then I bought 10 flowers because those are also easy. Get flower power really quick by planting 10 flowers. Oh, I actually got some Nook Miles for doing something. Let's see what it is. First time buyer. I got some Nook Miles for buying something. So when I plant these 10 flowers, I should be good to go. Alright, and there's my 5,000 Nook Miles. I'll go ahead and make sure that I have 5 fauna, yeah I do, in my bag to donate, and we'll go take care of both at the same time. We'll place our museum down, and then we'll call it a day right here. It's been a long little playthrough. I forget how tedious and long that this first little portion actually is in the game, especially when I'm used to just going straight in and just decorating. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna donate these creatures and get Blathers' tent, and then we'll pay off our loan. And so there's my 5 fish, my 5 creatures that are donated to the museum. So I should be getting Blathers' tent to set up. And so tomorrow, whenever we start the next day of our playthrough, we should have a house. And then we'll also have Blathers. Blathers will be here to start on our museum. I'm going to go with a blue roo. So we'll get blue. We'll get that all set up. I'm going to go place down Blathers' tent super quick. And then we'll wrap it up for today. Alright guys, and I think that'll do it for today's adventures on Nova. We are going to have a house tomorrow, and we'll also have Blathers as well, which is fantastic. I really appreciate you coming along with me on this journey. I've really enjoyed the start of another fresh island to work on with you all. And if you have any build ideas, any suggestions, let me know in the comments down below. Also, I'm curious, what are your thoughts on an orange airport, considering the trouble that I had with them? I'm just really interested to see, if anyone actually enjoys the orange airport. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!